right, so today's a Sunday. Sweet birds singing outside. I have a class. It's the only reason I'm putting makeup on today. Well, and I also wanted to talk to you, so I have to do something while I'm talking to you. I'm doing webinars with this friend of mine. And today, so her personality style is a J, and J's pretty much own the world because they start early and they work on things regularly until it's done. So they are, I was going to say, like the office workers of the world. They get stuff done. They're regular, they're consistent, they're reliable. Now, P's, on the other hand, which I am, like to keep their options open. I think that's a nice way to put it, which means they don't work on something generally at a regular pace. They wait to see if other ideas might come up, or maybe it'll get canceled or something more interesting will come along, or they're thinking about it, or and then much closer to the deadline do P's get interested in actually finishing something. It is often called pressure prompted completion. So today, my friend who I'm doing the webinars with, she finished the draft for us. We didn't even talk about it. She just finished the draft and sent it to me and said, pretty much read the slide off. You know, when we're on the webinar, just read what's on the slide. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that's not very fun. But okay, there's a lot less work to do for me. Okay. So now it's the day before the webinar, right? And I'm like, oh, there's a webinar tomorrow. Maybe I should know what I'm supposed to be talking about. So I said, where's the latest version? I want to, put some notes in. And she wrote back and she said, this last minute scramble makes me nervous. So I find that I have been feeling a little defensive. I have been telling her for half an hour now in my own head, it's not a last minute scramble. You don't have to scramble. I'm not scrambling. Which is really not listening, not getting her experience. So luckily I haven't said any of this to her. Actually, I'm just thinking it or saying it to my husband. So it feels to her like I am creating a scramble. For me, this is called preparation. And why would I do it any earlier? Because then I would just forget. So this is, to me, this is one of the ways that human beings consistently misunderstand and judge each other. And that's why I think the Myers-Briggs, which is what I'm referring to, with the that gives some guidance as to like 16 different kinds of personalities. There's introvert versus extrovert. There's intuitive versus sensory. there's feeling versus thinking, and then J and P at the end there. J is a judger and P is a perceiver. And those words are kind of hard to interpret until you really look at what that means inside the context of the Myers-Briggs personality assessment. So anyway, what's helpful about knowing, that I'm a P and she's a J is that we can talk about it, right? We can intellectually understand each other, but it doesn't change the emotional impact. I'm pretty sure P's always feel judged and less than inside corporate contexts because we wait, and it looks like lazy or putting it off or whatever, and it might be. Sometimes it might be. But I love the spin that the Myers-Briggs gives it, which is creativity might strike, a new idea might come along. You don't want to commit yourself too soon. You want to see, and for me personally, it's like, well, maybe I won't have to do it. Maybe something will change. But often enough, I also get a creative idea, that changes the product completely of what I would do. One time this is my favorite example. I was supposed to, this is many, many years ago, and I was very serious in my first corporate job, and I was an instructional designer, and I was supposed to teach people how to travel internationally with semiconductor products if they're taking them on the plane with them. At customs and airports, and so I'm lying on the couch one weekend, and ping, I was like, let's make it a game. Let's make it like a Trivial Pursuit game. And it ended up being so much fun. And I got a little attention from the general manager and hippity. And years later, you in a game, yes. So that's my one example in my eons of being alive where it actually worked out. To wait and marinate and cogitate to come up with a more creative idea. So all of this is to justify my own action or inaction until today. But what's good now is I feel a lot more obligated to figure out what the heck I am doing tomorrow on the go. So I've downloaded a book that she based the thing on, and I'm like, I'm going to be smart for you. I'll be there. I'll be good.